So today is, she's cantering around, it's a Tuesday. We're very lucky of our riding club. Both Jancis and I are members of the same riding club, and we get some really good trainers. So my two favourites were Alex Bragg and also Cameron Beer, for around 20-25 quid group lessons, so pretty good value. So always try and make the effort to attend. And so that's today's. Jancis is back out in Nova. He's had about a month and a half off because he banged his leg. So he's back out for the first time. So I'm going down slightly early. I've managed to get off work. And hello, Dutchie. And I will be there to video Jancis. She's in the lesson before me at 5, then I'm in the 6 o'clock with Insey. So we've had some amazing rain. So it's made me very cheery, and I've entered Howick today. Had to pay a premium to enter late of £12, but I wasn't going to enter unless we had rain, and we've certainly had it. So very pleased about that, because I was not going to run anywhere after Nunny until we had some rain, and we've had a decent amount. We have got Duchess, who lives in her own little borstal, because obviously she's a little fat tinker. She's the one that melts my heart more than anything. Love the Shetland. Don't think my vet would agree when she was a nightmare. But now I have to negotiate Shetland prison to get Insey out, because Insey doesn't like being by herself. So we've created a special Shetland desert of minimal food and hay, while Insey obviously has a massive paddock to herself, because she isn't a laminitis risk, unlike the little munchkin. Tell you what, I'm not very good at holding the camera and videoing at the same time. Anyway, you can tell by the mud on Dutchie that we've had... Oh, there you are. You're my favourite. You are my favourite. But she is an absolute escapologist. There she is. Had a roll in the mud. But you can see from her tubby little belly. Look how much. You can see from her tubby little belly that she has to have a very careful diet, because of course we don't ride her. She gets lunged a bit to keep the weight off, but that's about it. So now I've got to try and find Insey. The boys. There's the boys. I can see Robbie's got a fair amount of mud over him, and so's Odie, so that'll be some lovely cleaning at some point. Odie got ridden yesterday. Robbie's still got his shoes off, so he's not doing anything. But he has put on a lot of weight and looks a lot better shape. So he can start doing something in August, when I think he'll be strong enough to withstand it all. But yes, he's got no shoes, so I can't ride him. And then there's Odie, who is being ridden, but slightly gone bum high, so he's doing absolutely minimal stuff at the moment while he's bum high, because I think riding them when they're bum high jams the shoulders. So he will do 10-15 minutes at the most, sort of thing, just to keep him ridden, and goes off and hacks and things and does learning experiences, but doesn't really do much more than that. At some point I do need to pop him over a jump, just to check what we have and where we are with that, but it's not hugely urgent at the moment. Anyway, so now let's find Insey, who is over there. So I've watched back the videos from Nunny, where I've had my 2 poles down, also studied the professional photographs, and she's got slightly split legs behind, which means she isn't getting the power. Having watched the video, all the power is going out the front door. So I didn't ride her well enough, and so didn't have enough power in the canter. I think I rely on the fact that she's often quite bouncy and full of it, and that often produces much better show jumping rounds, because she's a bit more excited and a bit on it, whereas actually she was a very normal horse on Saturday, and so it didn't lead to such a good show jumping round. But that's what I need to speak to Cameron about, because I want to be able to ride forwards but have enough bounce and energy in the canter. So that's my ask for today. Interesting things. This isn't actually my horse. It's a livery's here, but it's only a 2-year-old, and it's got a third eyelid. I don't know if you can't see it very well from here. Hang on, it'll stop in a minute. But you can see the white of his eye. That's the third eyelid. There you go. And what that is, it's because the shape of their head changes, and that's why. And when their head's growing, often they'll get this third eyelid, so you can just see it from there. You can see the pink. It's got them on both eyes. Yeah, just a sign their head's growing apparently, and that'll go away as it's grown a bit more. So I've never seen it before, but yeah, I thought that was something that would be quite interesting for people and something you might see in other youngsters. But yes, nothing to be worried about apparently. Just yeah, it's a growing thing. It doesn't look very pleasant though. So, yeah, it's got it right round the whole of its eyes. But yeah.
It's been a good spring and summer. She's a good doer. His mother was always skinny, she was anorexic, so I'm pleased that he eats.
Yeah, well, I think he's eaten every other horse in your field.
Right? Beautiful though, isn't it?
Unfortunately, you got me videoing, which is Mrs. Shaky Hands.
Not that you're going to get checked, but the day you did, and you did a 21 and you grew.
I might see if I can just order a plain one in between now and the horse.
Yeah. I guess we can't have bobbing.
Right, bored of watching them trot around now.
First canter, wasn't it?
So Cameron's set up a tricksy little exercise, which is all about level strides and getting the correct striding between the poles to the jumps. So Jancis suffers that she sometimes comes around the corner a bit quiet and needs to move up the stride, and so this is to make her come around and get in the correct canter earlier so she can sit quieter rather than having to
Be
do
really
stuff.
disciplined about the falling in and falling out, Jancis. If you have to put in a circle 10 metres when you land after a fence so it doesn't fall in or out, you do it.
Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct.
Well done. Very good. So if anything, your canter was almost a touch too big. So now find the middle gear.
Forward. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, 3.
Well done. Wider.
2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Look, Jancis can come around in level forward strides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should have been 5 and 5.
Well done. What were you happy with?
All of it, to be fair.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Really agree with that. What having that early pole, what did it force you to think about?
Having him big enough on the setup.
Totally agree with that. And what would perhaps you be inclined to do sometimes?
Not start in a big enough canter and then go a bit oh shit in my distance.
And then have to chase a bit and flatten, yeah? Whereas actually he works better, it is him, isn't it?
Yeah.
He works better when you're slightly waiting on the last couple of strides and getting in close and coming up like that rather than you having to expand. Really nice, that's a simple way for you to go, that's my canter. Yeah, came up very level. Well, yeah, so for me it's gear, line, body position. So that would be the same actually, yes. Gear, line, body position, or what was it?
Engine,
That's my gear,
line,
Balance.
body position. Yeah, totally. So those three things, yeah.
It's
So
not.
Elise, gear and body position, great line, now needs the work. Okay. Good, Jancis, whenever you're ready. Tracy, do you catch those three?
Gear, line, balance.
Line, body position. one thing for you I feel that now needs work is position. Okay? So just for my, pardon?
I was going to say the line.
Yeah, he was drifting, but I thought you were correcting accordingly. Yeah, you were aware of the line. He was green with line, you weren't. Don't start yet, just circle and get, you can circle and get the canter, I'm just nattering away.
Okay.
Just for my curiosity, I'd love to put your stirrups up. Stand up for me. Stand up.
But my saddle is
Yeah,
like...
but stand up. Because I feel you do a lot in the light seat,
Yeah.
which I enjoy, but when you're in the light seat, you don't have enough of a bend in your leg. So just for the next round, out of curiosity, put them up too. And let's just see. If we don't like it, we can put them down again, yeah? But I just feel there's too much leg movement going on.
Oh, the problem with a cob saddle.
He's so wide.
You are allowed, yes.
Yes, because that's going to get the weight off.
So for you, it's about finding the canter in the middle that's not flat.
So Cameron's put up Jance's stirrups by what, 2 holes?
They don't fit on the saddle anymore.
But she's got a cob saddle, so it looks ridiculous. I've said she needs to speak to Ideal and get her to make one for her.
1, 2, 3, 4,
He
5.
won't fit Italian trees.
It's
Actually quite a fancy mover. I'm always telling Jance off for not doing enough flat work, because I think he could do a really nice dressage
You've got to
dress.
find this middle canter, yes. Good. When you get it, lovely. Really lovely. That green up there was spot on. Really nice. Good girl. Really good. Good. How does it feel?
Very short.
Okay, we'll go with it for a sec, because it looks like your leg is moving less. Annoyingly for you, I'm preferring it. Start again.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. What happened for me was when I watched his eyesight, he was in woohoo, and he wasn't at all. You hadn't, as a rider, said there's a jump coming. Yeah. Put a pole before it in your head.
Yeah.
Better. Ride to the pole, not the jump. She's going to be annoyed watching this back, so her lower leg looks better.
Oh good, I like it when she's annoyed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well reacted. Right, go and do that last line again. So then you can almost wait to the fence, rather than thinking the whole time, tiny on the corner, fighting, bucking, and then having to move from the pole to the jump, okay? Almost think, as I said, dare her to the pole to then contain to the next fence. It's easier for you to land and have control if she's a little bit closer to the fence. If you're too quiet to the pole, you'll always be off the fence.
my god!
Jesus Christ.
Impressive but not desired.
Did I miss a stride out of every single one of those?
No, you got the 4, and then you got 4.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
No, I didn't either. So we'll start again. Or that you wrote the first line, the first 2 well. You just need to land and just wiggle one more.
It was quite entertaining to watch.
You got the first 4 nicely.
Okay.
And then you landed and you just didn't quite contain it enough. She was very off it for the 4. So if you'd have just done a little bit more work here, you'd have been nice on the 5. Yeah. It was like you gave up on landing.
So it's Lucy's turn now, and we just joined her at an interesting moment.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's better.
Perfect. There we go. So that's enough canter. That's a great canter. When I say gunner, I mean that's it. Only when she starts bucking you need to think more forward. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, fine from you.
That's Daisy.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, well done. Well done. If I had to use words to describe it, you had to make it happen. Yeah, and then she ran herself a little bit close, but I'd far rather you did that in her training than you allowed her to take one out.
Yeah.
Yes, and then she just has to learn that last stride just to sit a little bit more. So it is, that's the only reason why she had this down. You did the right thing of waiting for the 6, and then she just got there and didn't do that. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm trying not to fight with my hands and trying to not to lift them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
trying to be supportive,
Yeah.
which she then kind of jumps better out of, doesn't she?
Totally, totally.
Yeah.
Good. I felt she learnt beautifully from this blue one. The next thing I need, just circle for me, Lucy. Next thing I need you thinking about is when you're supporting, doing whatever, you've got to put more attention that every single jump is a skinny jump.
Right.
Because you are having drifts.
Yeah.
I don't care if she gets herself to the base in training, because she does it with her hind legs and front legs together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then she'll learn. If she's doing this slightly on takeoff, then she's never going to learn to jump better. So now the attention is, even if you're waiting, every jump is a triple brush. Okay, put attention onto that now.
Alright, in the time it's taken to jump the others and put the course up a bit, we've got a big storm arrived.
Triple brush.
I'm hoping we can jump before the rain.
Every jump is a skinny jump.
Ooh, elbows.
Well done, Lucy. The blue jump is a triple brush.
Ooh, it's lightning.
Good. Triple brush. Low. Low. Down. Triple brush. Blue jump.
Blue jump across
Blue
pole.
jump across pole, then back to the side.
Stop halfway around. hold.
Body. Triple grab. Really well managed through the last line, I felt. Yeah, because she wanted to fall in and you navigated her out to stay on the 5, and then that meant you lost a bit of outside shoulder and you brought it back in calmly again without fighting. What were you happy with that round?
I was pleased how I managed to land the corner a bit. She wasn't on as good stride.
Yeah.
And we did feel a bit fucked. I actually made a decision and kept coming forward.
Yes, yeah.
I got a bit bounced out of the saddle around here, which I'd prefer to. But, again, I didn't lift my hands or put in the extra strides I'd have liked to.
Yeah.
And actually, she only did it for like 2 strides, not 5.
Totally. And I felt when you landed after this double, you got the control back and then you put the leg back onto the green, whereas beforehand you could have stayed in that little tiny canter and added another one, whereas you rode it forward again, then this green one was really nice. My favourite one almost was the last line because she was tricky through there, but you navigated through with your legs, not your hands.
Yeah.
That was my favourite bit. I think now the only reason you'd have a pole is if you allow her to drift. Okay, so put more emphasis onto every jump is skinny, even when it's small. At least she's pushing evenly. Whereas if she just does that, she's a big horse, and then she could have a silly rail.
Yeah, like I still found the double ridiculously short too.
Yes, I mean it's a yard shorter than it will be in the ring.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
yes, no, it is.
Keep your shoulders back.
Yeah. No, it's just it's 1 yard shorter than it will be in the ring.
That's fine. Mind you, that does her good anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice.
I thought in general that it's definitely getting there, and as you said, you have so many different horses to ride in one horse.
Yeah.
That you have to be quick to adapt. Even around the same course, you've got different horses to ride. Yeah. Suddenly she's taking you, then she's bouncing on the spot, and it is this consistency. And I urge you almost to just keep riding with a pole a few strides before, to just try and increase that consistency.
Well, now we've got had the rain. My jumps are all out. They got used for 2 weeks, and then they've not been used for like 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So now we've got the rain. At least I can put some grids up. And go back to doing the cavaletti, the poles, and everything like that to put some rideability in.
It's just consistency within the rideability, because you get a rideable, but you can't keep that then when jumps go up. So whilst the cavalettis are great, you have to do cavaletti 4 strides to a decent jump.
Yeah.
Because it's the decent jump that forces you to have a good canter for.
Funny enough, when they get up to 110, she's actually a bit more rideable.
Yeah.
What she was just having down is on like a 3 stride related distance or 4 stride related distance, or on a double, where she just jumping a bit. She hasn't quite. Yeah. I think it takes them sometimes a while if you move up.
And to sit on that
to
last
sit
stride.
on the last stride.
Against the rain.
And not hurry it, and not flatten it, and not jump over their shoulder a bit.
But she can go do some great work.
Totally. Really good.
Thank you very much. So what I probably should say is the vlog unfortunately ended rather quickly because the rain and the thunder came in just as the lesson was ending. So literally it was all hands to deck to get out of there and get the horse loaded up, who was not particularly happy about the thunder or the rain, and was just about managed to get her saddle off and get her home. But otherwise pleased with how the lesson went. She was jumping really well, a bit less flat. Actually, Cameron made a very good point that she needs to be taking off evenly behind, and I need to be much more focused on where my lines are, because I do let her drift. Sometimes it's to find a little bit more space, and it's a very bad habit, and I need to stop that. So, yep, be very focused, skinny, imagine it's skinny, that's it, and yeah, then it will be better, and I won't have that slight split leg that I saw in her photos. Obviously I haven't bought the photos, so I can't put them up as an example. I might, and Jerry's filming wasn't the best, so I can't put a still up. But yeah, good couple of weeks. Got Riding Club Championships first weekend of August. I was muttering about doing the 1 star at Wellington, but I might leave it this year because there's a lot of money and there's other things I'd like to improve. And then I will also got Howitt coming up in 2 weeks. I do need to go a bit more show jumping, Also perhaps do some more dressage training. And then I need to decide on my next run after that, because I do need another one just before the Running Club Championships. So it might be Morton or it might be Dauncey, but Dauncey's much closer to the championships. And if it goes wrong, I don't want it to go. You need time to fix anything. So, yes, I think Jancis's plan is to go to Tweezledown with Nova. He's got a little bit of work to do to get the weight off, but I think that's her plan. But go back out at 90 before then looking at 100. I don't know where she'll go after that. Maybe Morton. But she's nearly broken up for the school holidays, so that gives her a lot more time. And then I think both of us would like to go to Bicton 3-day at the end of the year. But again, it's a long way off, so have to see how things go. I might get really brave and even do a novice, but